Good afternoon. This is Nicole with Cobra Controls. In this screencast, I'm going to show you how to add, edit, and delete users. Before you begin this step, make sure that you have added controllers and named your doors, and it's also a good idea to have assigned your departments at this point. First, what you're going to want to do is on the left-hand side of the screen, under Basic Configure, select Personnel. Just so you know, the software refers to users as personnel. Another way to navigate to this screen is up in the top left-hand corner. Under Basic Configure, you can select Personnel from the drop-down menu. There are two ways to add users. You can either add them manually, or you can add by reader. First, I'll show you how to add users manually. To add a new user, navigate to the New button and click New. A screen will pop up with different fields that you can fill in. I'll briefly explain what these fields are for. The user number is assigned by the software and it just counts up in order as you add new users. The card ID refers to the last 8 digits on your card. The name is where you would enter the user's name. And if you would like to assign a department, even though it's not necessary, you can select a department from the drop-down menu. Worker number is an optional field, and it's if you wanted to add, say, an employee identification number to each of your workers. Make sure that your attendance and access control buttons are checked, and if everything is typed in correctly, you can click Add to add a user. We'll add another user. This time we'll name it Chris. If you want to assign other information under the Others tab, there's another list of fields, and if you wanted to add in any information like sex or nationality or hometown or birthday, this is where you would do it. The screen will remain open while you're adding users so that you can just continue to add them one by one until you're finished adding them. Then click Cancel. Another way you can add a new user is from the screen, right-click and select New. The screen will pop up. Another way you can add users is by scanning them in with the reader. To do that, click Add by Reader, and a window will pop up asking you to select a controller. Select the controller you want to add users to, and then click OK. A second screen will appear. It says Add Users Automatically. This is where you would scan your card to add users, but before you do that, make sure that the Read Card Radio button has been selected. The other thing is if you want to assign a department at this point, you can use the Department drop-down window. When you're ready to start adding users, just swipe the cards. Notice how the cards will appear automatically on the screen as you swipe them in. If you would like to assign the card IDs to a department, select a department from the drop-down window, and then click OK. A pop-up will appear letting you know that you have added 4 users in this case. You will have to go back and edit the information manually and add the user's name. Another way to add by reader is by right-clicking in the window and selecting Add by Reader, and you can just continue the process that way. To edit a selected user, left-click to select a user that you want to edit, and then at the top of the screen, select Edit. Notice how the Add User screen reappears. This is where you can go back and type in your information. You can continue this process to edit users as long as necessary. Another way to edit a user is by simply double-clicking the entry and it will bring up the same window. A third way to edit users is to right-click in the screen and select Edit. It's very easy. If you wish to delete a user, left-click to select the user you want to delete, and then navigate up and click the Delete button. A confirmation window will appear, making sure that you do want to delete the selected user. Another way to delete a user is by selecting the user you want to delete, right-click, and select Delete from the drop-down menu. Again, the confirmation box will appear, making sure that you really do want to delete this entry. A few more notes before the screenshot comes to a close. If you select a user and then select Details, it will display the information that you have entered for the user. It won't let you edit it, but you can still look at the details for a specific user. The Find button is basically a search function. So if I wanted to search for Dave, I would enter what I want to search for, find next, and it would say finding is complete, click OK. The Export to Excel function will be covered in a later screencast. That's all there is to it.